You know, I never noticed this before, but my wiener is fucking huge. It can barely fit in my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's very perfectly shaped, just
Yeah.
like it fits in the palm so naturally.
It's kind of a
Um,
it's kind of a shame though, because every time I go to the toilet, I have to like hold my balls up so they don't dunk in the toilet water.
oh yeah, that probably is an issue. Like they're fucking bobbing there like a buoy. Um,
Catching fish.
yeah. Oh hi viewers.
Oh yeah.
We forgot that we were doing that.
Whoopsie. Yeah. Welcome to Etrian Odyssey. If you've never played anything like this is basically just a first-person dungeon crawler with some really fucking great art. I really like it. It's one of those like,
In other words, Nino, you have no fucking clue why the fuck you're playing this.
No, this is like, I don't know, it's one of my like comfort zone type games. Usually it's like a Souls game that I play, but fucking, I don't know, when I'm like laying on the couch, I can just put one of these games in my DS and just dungeon crawl around and like draw the map and just, I don't know, it's neat.
I've always found the idea of a comfort game being a Souls game very interesting.
In what sense?
Because, regardless of if you play them, even if you're like an absolute veteran, the concept of them being a comfort game is very strange.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of their difficulty and their ability to stress you out a little bit.
Yeah. It's
like they're very nice to look at. They're very interesting to play. I play them as a comfort game occasionally. But it's just like it's one of those games that you play when you want to play some serious game.
Yeah.
Not when you want to just be like sat on the sofa, like, I've eaten too much.
I'm just gonna turn down the volume. Yes, this is another video. Fuck you, viewer.
No, you didn't see that, viewers. You see nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I understand. Like, Souls games are difficult and they require like actually paying attention. So, I can get why people think it's kind of weird that it's like a quote-unquote comfort game. But with me, with just hack and slash in general, it's I don't. There's just something about it. It's always clicked with me.
Well, as I said, I have played Souls games as comfort games on the occasion. You know, like for example, when Elden Ring came out, I was playing that shit regardless of the fact that I was actually doing anything with it. I'd just be like, oh yeah, I'll just boot up and I'm just gonna mess about. I'm just gonna check shit out. I'm just gonna have a look around. I'm not gonna do any bosses or anything.
Yeah. Elden Ring is really good for
casually. Yeah, because I'm just gonna explore the world, find new shit.
Yeah.
And that. I think that's how it works in a comfort game kind of stage. But if you're playing through the game like properly, like seriously,
Yeah.
I feel like using that as a comfort in that comfort state is probably not the best idea.
Yeah, fair.
Because like, could you fight like fucking name a boss?
Yeah. Fucking Gwen or.
Oh yeah, well Gwyn, you can fight these.
Yeah, true, fair.
Fight him in his sleep.
Manus.
Even Manus, you can fucking trivialize him.
Yeah, fair, but that's the thing. It's like you kind of have to pay attention to him. Like with Gwyn, you can kind of still zone out and just parry him a couple times and just stab him, and then he's dead. With Manus, he jumps around a lot, and you kind of have to be like, oh, he's over there now.
I think the main thing you need to pay attention to with Manus,
yeah.
regardless of all these big attacks, because you can fucking trivialize his melee attacks, like piss easy. Just get yourself a fucking great shield.
Yeah, fair.
He cannot do shit to you. It's his magic you need to keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
You know that shit where he just rains down fucking just dark magic on you or sprays it directly in your face like a shotgun. That shit that would basically just insta kill you, and you have to use like the little pendant to block it.
Yeah.
That's what you need to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. There's always just been something about anything hack and stuff. Like even even a Devil May Cry, for example, which is, if you know anything about Devil May Cry, that's a very involved, like, you can kind of mash your way through it, but the fun.
You kind of need to pay attention to what you're doing.
You need to pay attention to what you're doing in the boss fights, and there's a lot of, like, you know, there's a fuck ton of combos that you can do in it, so you just naturally have to be a lot more hands-on. But I don't know, there's just a zone that I get into with those games because I've played them for so long. I'm so used to them. I'm just like, yeah, this is my shit. I'm used to this. I can just zone out for a bit and just juggle enemies.
I actually have that with a game that you'd think wouldn't be, but kind of is. Yeah. It's weirdly, it's a multiplayer game for some reason. It's a little game called For Honor.
Oh yeah,
that,
I've seen that. I've never played it.
Yeah,
though.
I played it, like, I played it since beta.
Yeah.
I'm not really playing it right now. I have, like, these little stages where occasionally I'll be like, I kind of missed the game, so I'll boot it back up again.
Yeah.
But every time I do boot it back up, even though the game does change occasionally, because it's like one of those type of live service type games, so it's changing all the time. I still can just walk into that game and just feel comfortable.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, even if I'm getting fucking wrecked by enemies and shit.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm just comfy. I'm happy.
Yeah. I don't know, I can kind of see that, but for me personally, anything that involves multiplayer, I'm just like, no, fuck you.
Well, fortunately, there are ways to not play multiplayer in that game.
Yeah, there's bots.
They've got, like, there's, like, well, you can play with bots, or you can play, there's, like, an arcade mode.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like an arcade, like, tower in, like, a fighting game kind of thing. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
You can do that. It's still fighting against the bots, but, like, it's got more interest. It's got, like, modifiers and shit. It's intriguing enough.
Yeah. Dante, shut your fucking hole. Not this recording.
Shut your whore mouth, Dante.
I've made my entire balcony cat-proof so you guys can fucking get your energy out, and you're still whining at me every 5 minutes. I love my cats. I hate my cats.
That's how like, I fucking hate people that are really into their cats.
Yeah, they're not
they're
not
like,
your
they're
little
the
angels. They're not your babies. They're cats. They're dickheads.
They're complete fucking dicks. They don't love you.
Yeah, they only love you because you give them food.
Yeah, they show affection to you in exchange for something. It's a transaction. Like, I will rub against you and purr and look all cute. Because you give me food.
Yeah.
I will pretend to love you in exchange for goods or services. They are fucking prostitutes.
Exactly. Like with dogs,
cats are prostitutes.
Cats really are prostitutes, dude. They shove their butt in your face and they're just like, give me attention.
They're give me stuff and I will give you love.
Yeah. Like with dogs, like you can at least make the argument, oh yeah, no, they genuinely love humans. They're just like, they're our friends. Like, sure, they have the motivation of you give them food and cuddles, so they'll instantly like you. But even if you don't give them food, they'll just be like, oh my god, you're back! I'm so happy!
Yeah, they've got like this weird unconditional love. But that's mainly due to the fact that the dogs, like in their natural state, do have a pack structure.
Yeah.
So they like hanging around with others. They like being around others. But cats don't have a pack structure.
Yeah. Generally they don't.
Like most, like for example, like a tiger, for example, a big cat. They do not have a pack structure.
No, tigers are attached to the one. like the lion.
Yeah, they're just like, you are it, that's it.
Yeah, you're the boss, I love you, everyone else dies.
They kind of just keep to themselves. Now, obviously, you could say like big cats like lions and shit, they have a pack structure, but it's a very fucking flimsy one.
It's very flimsy, and they're usually like because they're lions, so they want to be the alpha. They're constantly fighting for the top spot. So you also have to be fighting for that top spot with the lion.
Oh yeah, it's not like, oh yes, you are the alpha and the omega because we all like you.
Yeah.
It's you are the alpha and omega because we're all afraid of you.
Exactly. You have intimidated me. Fine, I'll accept it, but I will get you. Like, I can actually speak with a tiny bit of authority on this because I actually worked at a fucking zoo.
Yeah, apparently.
I actually worked there for like, I want to say 2.5 years. Not that long, but like it was fun. But
punched a tiger in the face.
Wrestled a bear, you know, fucking.
Wrestled a bear.
Danced with penguins.
Made hot sweet love to a hippo.
Dolphin. Dude, dolphins are rapists, dude. They love They love fucking.
I think if I remember correctly, they're like the only other mammal that enjoys sex.
Yeah.
Because like most animals, it's like I want to just carry on my bloodline. That's it.
Yeah.
I want to make more of us because it's instinctual. I will do it during this time only, and then fuck off.
Yeah, no, dolphins are just like, I like fucking.
I like me some fucking.
Yeah, like you see tons of videos of these people. They go like deep sea diving, and they meet a dolphin, and the dolphin is like, you know, really nice to them, and they're playing, and then the dolphins suddenly smell fish, and are all of a sudden between your girlfriend's legs.
They're just like, you know, fuck. Now you've got a dolphin dick. Poking against you.
Yeah.
It's.
But yeah, like.
Who thought we'd be talking about that?
I know, right? But yeah, fucking, like lions and tigers and shit. They're very fascinating creatures. Like I said, lions are very. You don't fuck with lions. Period. You can only fuck with a lion if you know that they'll accept that you are the fucking alpha, but you have to prove yourself. If you even display...
Yeah, they will not take you otherwise.
They can smell your goddamn fear. If you look at them the wrong way, they will kill you.
But like, I actually remember specifically from a TV show. It was a British TV show called Jekyll.
Never heard of that.
It was an interesting one because it was like the whole Jekyll and Hyde thing. But there was one point when they were at the zoo, and the fucking Hyde guy came out.
Yeah.
Like, he came out and fucking hopped the fence into the lion enclosure. And just killed the alpha lion. And then was just there. And all the lions accepted him because they were just like, fuck, you're the alpha now.
Yeah, exactly.
It was actually really funny because he just started fucking singing, like, Disney songs.
Maria. Like...
No, I think he was singing like where the lions sleep tonight or something like that. He was just fucking He was just singing that while I'd stood on top of their fucking big rock, just dancing next to a dead lion.
God
just
damn.
Fucking covered in its blood, and all the rest of them had just laid there, just accepted it.
Good.
British shows are so fucking weird.
A lot of them are, but I kind of like that about British TV. They just seem to try shit every now and then.
Yeah, we'll just fucking try it. Just like, fuck it, let's try this shit.
Yeah, you gotta have more of that in any media nowadays. Just try shit.
Don't get me wrong, like, these days, like, they seem to have calmed down with the trying shit because they've gotten into that phase of we can't be arsed anymore. But previously, some of their shows were just fucking batshit. Like, they would just, like, be like, fuck it, you want like an entire show are just around this concept, fine, do it.
Yeah.
And they were good.
Like,
what's it called? Like some of the kids shows, they're fucking batshit. They're fucking manic.
Yeah, some of the like mornings children TV shows. Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Like what was that really fucking terrifying children's mascot? Was it Mr. Blobby?
Oh yeah, Mr. Blobby. Fucking everyone hated him.
He was a terrifying creature.
It's not even fucking like a joke. Like everyone actually hated him.
Yeah, he's such a cunt.
Nobody liked him.
He's like, not only is he a terrifying individual in and of itself, he's just like actually a cunt.
Like in the show, like this was the whole point of Mr. Blobby, of the character, is that he would appear on a show. Like it wasn't even anything to do with him. He just would appear on the show.
Yeah,
as like a thing. And his whole character was, I'm an asshole. Exactly. Like, he'd have sketches of him just walking up and just fucking something up on purpose.
Yeah.
And just laughing and saying Mr. Blobby. and like, that's all he would do. And then it was funny at first. People were just like, oh, that's kind of funny. But it got grating very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And like, Nina, I've told you the story before of like, of Mr. Blobby being hired for like a kid's birthday party.
Oh yeah, just ruining it.
Yeah, he just walked in and just fucking knocked the cake off the table in his usually fucking cunt style. And then the fucking dad at that birthday party rocked up to him and fucking knocked him out.
Yeah.
Just fucking kicked 7 shades of shit out of him. And that dad got on the fucking news as a hero.
Jesus.
It was the man who finally fucking stopped the Blobby.
That's the fact that that's just an event that was in the news, like that shows how much people fucking despise Mr. Blobby.
Yeah. It was touted as like they've taken down the tyrant. Someone stepped up to him.
Someone finally fucking curb stomped this motherfucker.
They finally just fucking beat the fuck out of him with his own fucking mascot head. Fuck it. But even like outside of Mr. Blobby, there were some ones that are just completely fucking like insane. Like they didn't make any sense. So there was like one called Brum. And it was basically around this little sentient car.
Oh yeah, Brum. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think it was just called Brum.
Yeah, I think so. We had that show. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a little sentient car. That's probably because we were all in Europe, so it probably had some crossover.
Fair, yeah.
But it was like literally all he would do is get locked in the fucking garage at night, and then he'd just wake up and sneak out and go on adventures.
Yeah.
And then he'd just roll up on places, and they would just have random people, and they'd be like, "Oh, hi, Brum. Why the fuck do you know this car's name?"
Yeah, exactly. Everyone in the town, he's the town bicycle.
It's like,
ironically, he's a car.
Everyone's had a ride on him.
Exactly.
But they're so fucking weird. They're so fucking weird. We might have to have an episode of this where we just watch British TV shows.
Yeah.
I'll be down some for old. It would be so fucking stupid.
Oh god.
Oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering them all now. They're all coming back. They're all flooding back into my head. Like fucking Balamori.
Oh yeah. Did you guys have like we for some reason called it Buurman and Buurman, which is just neighbor and neighbor, but I think everywhere else it's called like Pat and Matt.
Nah, I don't remember that. We might have had it, but I don't remember it.
It was like this weird. It was like claymation style. These two neighbors, they're going on stupid, silly adventures, and they're like, for some reason, it had a very like DIY focus to it. Like they're constantly building some shit together. But like, there was no goddamn dialogue in any of the show, as far as I remember. The only dialogue was like, hey neighbor, that sort of shit. It's like, well, how did this get on TV?
Well, I'll tell you for one that was like, how the fuck did this get on TV? There was this one, I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically like these two fucking, like Raggedy Andy, Raggedy whatever, dolls, that were like just people in costumes, but they were going on adventures on a fucking canal boat.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that was it.
Good lord.
And they were horrifying to look at. It was so fucking strange. Like, anyone who's watching this, any audience thing, doesn't matter where you're from, gives a fucking shout. Like, what kind of kids shows did you watch in your local area that were just fucking incomprehensible?
Recommend us some weird fucking children's TV shows.
I recommend us some fucking weird ones, and we'll give them a look. Fuck it, let's just change this entire channel into a reaction channel. Fuck it, let's do it.
Listen, I might be a sellout, but I'm not that much of a sellout. No shade or anything.
Not yet.
Not yet. Until
We haven't got desperate enough. Oh, fuck it up. Oh, fuck it up. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, like, I actually really hate the concept of American remakes of British TV shows. Because they always ruin them.
How so?
Well, it's like, for example, the most famous example of a British TV show that got changed into an American like remake of it was The Office, obviously.
Yeah.
But it became its own thing, which I'll credit it for. But originally, the whole concept of it was just like, this is a popular British TV show.
Yeah.
Let's just make our own version of this. And as I said, it became its own thing. I can credit it for that.
Sure.
But there are some that just didn't do that. They just rigidly stuck to the structure.
Yeah, they just copy, basically.
Yeah. There was like one for a show that I quite enjoy called IT Crowd. They did an American remake of it.
Yeah.
And they kind of defeated the point of it.
Huh?
Well, one of the main characters is meant to be he's a bit fucking weird. He's a bit strange. And he's also he's a bit on the homely side, you know.
Yeah.
He's not exactly handsome Jack.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they replaced that actor in the American remake with some handsome motherfucker, but still kept him but still made people act like he was like some Ugmo.
Yeah.
It was like, that doesn't work. You can't do that. Well, I think actually one of the worst examples of it was, have you ever watched a show called The In-Betweeners?
I've heard of that. I've seen bits of it, but I've never fully sat down to watch it.
Well, for the English version, it's a very fun show. It's stupid, but it was at least entertaining enough.
Yeah.
But then, if you watch like the American version, they just tried to translate the British humor over.
That will never work.
It didn't work.
Yeah. It
just made it seem awkward.
You can maybe like translating jokes is a very, very hit or miss thing. Like even English to American, it's very difficult because there's local.
Oh yeah, but we're very similar in a sense because, like, you know, we have history between us.
Like in terms of the language use and all that, that's not really that difficult. But in terms of like local jokes and vernacular and shit happening, humor.
I think even like jokes, for example, when I'm watching like American shows, and they'll have like a British character, and that British character will just say like bollocks, or just say like fucking twat,
that will not work in America.
But the thing is, they'll say that, and the Americans will think, oh, it's a funny thing. No, that motherfucker just swore.
Yeah.
That motherfucker just said bollocks, which is referencing balls, testicles, in a fucking show that's meant to be for like younger audiences.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I mean, is like the translation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I always find it funny, like, did you ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, absolutely.
The fucking butler character?
Mm-hmm.
He would occasionally do that. He would occasionally just say, like, bollocks. He would just say that, and I'd be fucking dying because he just fucking swore. This show is not for fucking... It's not like an adult show. It's kind of meant for everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show. It's meant for everyone. But, like, the character will just be like, oh, you pissy twat. And we'd like, that motherfucker just swore.
Well, that, like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of adds to it sometimes, though. Not all the times, but I feel like that can add to it. Where it's like, oh yeah, this is a family show, but they say fuck, like, the one time. It's like, holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah, but the problem is like, in that context, is that it doesn't really work because the Americans don't see those things as swear words. They just see them as funny British isms.
Yeah, the funny British words.
Yeah, they're funny British words, but they don't realise, like, those are swear words.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't say them on TV over here. Well, it's like the Irish and feck.
Oh, yeah.
People think they're saying fuck.
No, they're not.
They're not saying fuck. Feck is its own word entirely. They can actually say that on TV.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone just thinks that they're just saying it's some sort of local version of fuck. It's very odd.
Yeah.
And so, if there is an Irish character in, like, American shows, they'll often use it in replacement of fuck. And it doesn't work. Just like, what are we on about? What the fuck even is this game we're playing? We've not even paid attention to this shit at all.
Yeah, welcome to the Waffle Hour.
Actually, no. To get us on somewhat of a track, get us anywhere near the track.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring back my usual segments.
Yeah.
Of the videos. So Nino, how would you explain this game to Nikki?
Of fucking course. Well, I mean, I can basically just give the synopsis because the actual games themselves, they don't really pretend to be anything more than they really are. Like, I'll flower this explanation up a little bit with some explanation. Like, Etrian Odyssey is one of those, like, it falls into that anime game category, but it's like anime game in like visual only. The gameplay itself is just like, yeah, here's just a good game. But really, like, even in the story, like, the lore itself is kind of, you know, decently detailed if you want to pay attention to it. But the basic synopsis is literally just like, you are adventurers in this big world. I think in a lot of them it's just like Yggdrasil, a big fucking tree, and you're exploring the levels of that tree, how deep that shit goes type shit. And you make your own little guild of various different party members with various different skills, and you just explore the dungeons and defeat enemies and see the secret Cthulhian horrors that the dungeons await.
Well, I'm gonna immediately counter you with, you didn't explain the gameplay, which is the whole point of this segment, is to try and explain how the fuck you're meant to play this game.
Well, but how am I meant to explain the gameplay if I can literally not make comparisons? Because it is a turn-based JRPG first-person dungeon crawler.
Well, you could explain the game and say, for example, it's a turn-based game, which means that you fight in turns. Like you would do a turn where you can fight as a, you know, you can do an attack or something like that.
Yeah,
and then it switches over to the enemy side, they do an attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it's like an RPG, you know, it's a role-playing game. You play as the hero. You are playing as a role, which I always love the fact that, you know, games tend to get that wrong.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're just like, oh yes, this is an RPG. No, it isn't. You're playing as a character.
Yeah, this is an
You're playing as a person.
With a main character with a predetermined plot line and background.
A predetermined plot line and goals and things. It's like, no.
Yeah.
The point of an RPG is you're playing as a fucking nobody, just a rando that's got nothing other than what you want to put onto it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's basically this as well. It's just like you're just some fuck. You have like, I think especially in the third game, they have a lot of new classes that you can have, and with a lot of varying different skill sets. Like, if you actually get into the gameplay of this, at first it's kind of just mash the attack button for a bit because it's level 1, who cares? But the further you go in, you really have to focus on like, oh, okay, I can buff my front line up with this move, and then put some defense on my back line with this move, and then attack with this, and then do some magic with this, blah blah blah. It's really in depth. I really like it. And it has this too. Like, it's not in 3. It's not just dungeon crawling. You can also just go on the sea and explore.
Yeah, but it is still in the exact same structure, which is actually quite appreciated. It's not like no, it's switched from a map-based dungeon crawler to now you're sailing the 7 seas.
Yeah.
It's just turned into fucking Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's the exact same way. It's just that it's a different form of it.
Yeah.
Which is appreciated. Consistency.
If they go, the consistency. If they go too far in a completely different direction, like if they just made this like full 360 controls, you can go wherever and just like, I don't know, still explore this. It's kind of the same, but it's fundamentally a bit different, and that just feels weird. I don't know. I really like you said, the consistency in basically this whole series is really fucking good. Like, they'll reuse a ton of assets, but that just allows them to actually focus on the lore building and the actual design of the dungeons and the extra little content that they have. Shit like that.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I recommend people fucking try it out. You can buy the HD collection, which has 1, 2, and 3 as maybe a separate download. I could be wrong. But if this looks cool to you, fucking try it out, because it's so chill. It will kick your ass, though, at a certain point.
I actually recently had a experience with that where I was just looking around on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I saw a video where it was just like, oh yeah, it's like PlayStation games that you may have missed that are actually quite good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I'll watch this. Sometimes they can put a highlight on games that I might have missed.
Yeah. And
there was a few games on there I was just like, I never played that, never even heard of it, but it looks interesting, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So I immediately chucked them in my fucking wish list, and I was just like, I might get those at some point, they're not too expensive. And that's what I mean, it's like sometimes just looking for something that that's not immediately advertised to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if I can find the names of one of these things.
Sure.
This is gonna bother me now.
But yeah, for some reason, like, these games were published by Atlus, and I don't know if you know much about Atlus as a company. They fucking despise Europe for some reason.
Everyone does.
Yeah, fair. No, like, there's so many games that, like, I'm a big SMT fan, and that pisses me off because Atlus hates us, so we never get anything. But, like, with Etrian Odyssey as well, we got the first game, we got the second game, but for some reason, we didn't get the third game. And the third game is, like, the best one of the original fucking trilogy.
Well, I found said games I was referring to. One being called Infinitum. Infinitum. There we go.
I
not
think
native
I've heard
English
of that.
speaker,
That happens so many goddamn times, dude. I have to correct so many of my homies on their own fucking words.
Well, it's just because you've been around English speakers for so fucking long that you've basically had to get better at it.
I mean, that is a thing, though. Like, I've watched TV a lot growing up. Like, at, like, I want to say 8 or 9 p.m., we would switch over a lot from Dutch dubbed TV to, like, English dub, but Dutch subtitles. So I would learn a lot of the words.
You'd be listening to it passively.
Exactly. So I learned a lot through that. I picked a fucking ton up through that. But then just, like, hanging around with homies. Like, I'll have this thing happen a lot where I'll talk to you, for example. You're British, and at a certain point, I'll start taking over some Britishisms. And then,
I do that shit all the time.
Yeah. And then, like, I'll talk to my American homies, and I'll sound Americanist. Like, I sound just regular old American right now to a lot of fucking people.
No.
And then I'll talk to my Aussie homies, and I'll just be like, fucking g'day, cunt, how you going?
G'day.
It's just, that shit just happens naturally every now and then. It just bothers me.
Well, I actually have this, like, issue when it comes to talking to other British people, because I do this a lot. I'll just adopt mannerisms and things from other like, you know, places. No one really knows where my accent's from.
Yeah, I can't really place your accent either, besides just general English.
General British. Leader of the British armies.
Maybe a bit. The first thing I thought of was like maybe a bit northern, but that's a bit thicker.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like I've got sometimes a bit of a thick accent, but then sometimes my accent becomes quite clear. It's so up in the fucking air.
Yeah.
It's no one's got fucking any idea. I think we were talking to, what was it, like some of Rick's homies.
Yeah.
I think one of them was British, and they were just like, I don't know where your accent's from. I've got no fucking clue.
I get
that actually really made me laugh when Rick said, like, sometimes I have no idea what you're saying, so like when I have to put subtitles, I just don't, because I don't know what you actually said.
I remember one time he didn't know what you were saying, so he just put like ancient British gibberish as a subtitle.
But then I think I remember him saying, like, he actually hit up that British homie to ask what I said.
And they couldn't figure out either.
They didn't know either.
Good lord.
But, like, sometimes that is an issue. Because, like, generally, the British accent is hard to determine.
Yeah.
When it comes to Americans, like, they will have trouble understanding British accents, especially the thicker ones.
Yeah.
But apparently mine is an issue. Because, like, you know, for example, the really exaggerated ones from fucking Hot Fuzz, like, that's one thing. And there are some British people who actually talk like that.
Morning angle.
Morning angle. No luck catching them killers, then.
It's just the one killer, actually.
Fucking turn that on you that time.
Yeah. Watch Hot Fuzz, it's amazing. Watch any of the Cornetto trilogy, to be honest.
Why did you put such an accent on Cornetto?
See, that's what I mean with the accent thing. It's like, that just happens.
You were just like, it's like, oh, what's the entire of the Cornetto trilogy? You said it like that, and I was like, what the fuck are you saying it like that for, you fucking weirdo?
Well, that's what I mean. Every now and then you call me out for saying things very posh, and it's just like, that's just how it happens every now and then.
You just said posh!
Exactly!
In a posh way!
Exactly!
You fucking cunt!
You fucking dickhead! You fucking bogan cunt.
It's like that time when fucking Chad said that I sound posh. I fucking went off on him. I was like, I'm not having that. You can't be saying that around. Not around these ends.
I love that. Oh, you sound posh. I'm not having that.
I'm not fucking having that. It's not around my ends. Because like, this is not something Americans understand, but like, being posh is not something you want to be.
Yeah.
Because then you'll be perceived as an absolute twat.
Yeah, exactly. That's
as
another word.
As a poncy cunt.
That's another word, by the way. I say twat a lot. I don't say, like, twat, or however the fuck Americans would say it.
Or twat.
Twat. Yeah, exactly.
You are an absolute twat.
That just sounds like someone from Bradford who doesn't have the lisp. You're fucking twat.
An absolute twat.
Dude, what is it? Like, maybe you can explain this, maybe you can't, but there is just this thing that I see with people from Bradford that A, they're all ginger. B, they all talk like, instead of saying Bradford, they say Bradford. I live in
Bradford.
Bradford.
I live in Bradford.
It's like they talk with a lisp, or they talk like they're talking around like two dicks in their throat. It's really weird.
You think you'd be used to that? But...
Oh yeah, but with me, it just usually sounds like oh. No, I don't have a gag reflex. I found out. I don't make those noises.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's kind of handy.
I have actually no explanation for that, for the whole Bradford thing, but
Yeah.
it is one of the weirdest things of like, we've got like the most concentration of different accents for the fact that we're a very small country.
Yeah.
We've got such variation in accents. That's why it's so impossible to just say the British accent.
Yeah. It's like, oh, which one of many?
Which one? Like, you go one town over and they've got a different accent.
Yeah.
It's so fucking strange. That's why you could determine where someone's from by just listening to their accent, even though it sounds very similar to another one.
It's really weird. I did notice that. It's kind of similar over here, but like, it's not as bad as in the UK. Because like you said, that next town over, different accent. That shit's true. That's real. But like, over here, it's like up north. It's a very, like, we have a very guttural language, just period. It's very, like, that sort of shit. Like one of everyone's favorite words is godverdomme. It's just goddamn it.
Godverdomme.
Yeah, that's close.
Close enough.
Yeah, but, like, up north, for example, it's very, like, it's like the farmers type. So it's very, like, slurred and kind of heavy, kind of thick accent. But then you go down south, where I live currently, and instead of doing like godverdomme, they do like godverdomme. It's like a soft G type shit. It's like godver. It's
Godver. Yeah.
It's not even like the R's are rolled differently too. Like up north, godver, like rr. And then down south, it's like godver. It's like almost not even pronounced.
Yeah, it's like it's not even like a really. They don't even roll the R at all.
They barely do. It's kind of weird. And then in Amsterdam, it's just, I don't know. Take the Valley girls.
They just have got nothing.
Take Valley girls from like California. It's that accent basically. It's fucking ugh. It's kind of like region based for some reason. And then you have the Belgians, which just sound like they're drunk.
Why the fuck do we even acknowledge the Belgians?
They're not real. They're not a
real country.
Half of you motherfuckers can't decide if you're French or Belgian. The Dutch.
I just love the fact that it's like people might just come up and say like, no, Belgium's a real country. It's like right there on the map. No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
It's not a real country.
It's a province that broke off.
It's
the same with the Frisians.
It's barely even that, because it was only really created.
Yeah.
It's not even like it was like it's existed for millennia. It's like, no, it was just a section of land that someone wanted to use as a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. It was created as a buffer zone between fucking like Netherlands and all that shit up above.
Yeah.
And fucking Germany. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he wanted, was just to keep the Germans away.
which didn't even work, because the Netherlands directly borders Germany.
They just walk straight through.
The only thing it keeps at bay is the French.
It's like fucking putting up a fence made of fog.
Mm-hmm.
It only works if you think you can't go through it.
Also, this is gonna piss a lot of Belgians off, but it's true.
Fuck them.
Us Dutchies do fries better than you fuckers. You guys are degenerates. Like, they pride themselves on, like, our Belgian fries are fucking amazing. My parents, right, they opened I guess would you call it a snack bar? Just, like, get fries, the fucking fried goods, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Snack bar.
Well, we don't call them snack bars over there, but like, I get what you mean.
Chippy.
Yeah, go down Chippy.
Yeah. So they moved to Belgium. I don't know why the fuck they did that, but they were opening a snack bar there. And literally from the moment that they started opening that and like the Belgians around them realized, they found out that they were Dutch and they treated my parents like such utter dog shit. The one Belgian that treated them normally was saying like, yeah, please don't start a snack bar here because everyone will work against you because the Belgians are really like prideful about how they do their food.
Yeah, they're very defensive.
Very defensive. And they opened their snack bar and fucking, of course, because all of their customers are Belgian, everybody quote unquote hated it, but there were so many customers day in, day out.
Yeah, but they kept going.
Exactly.
It was like, I hate your food while I continue to eat it.
Yeah. Dude, this was so baffling to me. I don't know why the fuck they do this, right? My mom had made this giant, delicious pot of like, what would you call it? Like stew? Like meat, gravy, fucking onions, fucking all that shit. Just a giant...
Oh yeah, fucking stew. I fucking love me some stew.
Yeah, exactly. She was making that because they apparently eat that a lot on their fries, which is a really good idea.
That is actually a solid idea.
It's a really good idea. But the one Belgian that was nice, they actually like came over one time, and whilst my mom was preparing that meat and like putting it where it needed to be, that Belgian dude took the giant pot of that stew and dumped it in the fryer, sauce and all.
What?
Yeah, and apparently, apparently...
It just congealed and made a weird mess.
Yeah, so apparently they just, not including the gravy and shit in the fryer, because that was just a mistake, but apparently they fucking throw their meat in the deep fryer. And it's the most retarded shit that I've ever heard. Like,
that is...
all of us were fucking baffled. That Belgian dude was looking at them like, yeah, this is how we do it over here. And we were just like, you just wasted $50 of meat. You fucking idiot.
It's like we can't use that for anything.
Yeah, and you've wasted $50 of meat and you fucked the fryer.
Yeah. We're gonna have to clean that whole thing out now.
Yeah. It was...
We have to empty it all, clean it all out. It's like the fryer's gonna be out of service for like the whole day.
Yeah, Belgium was a weird fucking experience, dude. Even the landlord that owned the house that they were renting, when they moved out, they made up some bullshit about fucking water damage or fucking... No, wait. They made up some bullshit about some damage, and they wanted them to pay for that. And we were just like, fuck you, you're lying, you're bullshitting, we've checked the whole house. But we remembered that we had a TV, like, in the attic, and that TV was actually water damaged. So we just, like, me and my dad were carrying this TV downstairs, and whilst the landlord and my mom were arguing about that bullshit, we just came downstairs with that TV, like, look, this is what your house fucking did to our TV, you should be paying us. And she just left us alone after that. Belgium is fucking weird. You people are weird. Stop existing.
Well, actually, to bring it back to something you mentioned earlier.
Uh-huh.
You talk about the chippies.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think when you hear the word chippy?
Chips and fish and chips.
Yeah, you go down to chip shop.
Fish and chips, that's what I think.
Yeah,
Just
go to fish and chip shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go down chippy. I'm gonna go get myself a cone of chips.
Yeah. That's it, and maybe a deep fried Mars bar.
Well, that's not really a thing in England. That's more of a Scotland thing.
Oh, I thought that was general England.
No. There's some places that might do it, but it's more common in Scotland.
Yeah, fair.
But for example, apparently it has 3 meanings. 3 separate, completely different meanings.
Okay.
Because 1, it means go down chip shop.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to go down chippy, go get myself a fish.
Yeah.
But also, it means a carpenter.
That's right, yeah.
But then it also means a prostitute.
I'm going to go down to the chippy. Which one?
I'm going to go down chippy.
Which one?
Apparently it has 3 fucking meanings.
Oh god.
It's like, that's so ridiculous.
God damn.
Oh,
I'm gonna go down to the chippy, spend like $200 on how much food? What food?
How much chips do you want?
Who said anything about chips?
Oh, I'm going that chippy. I'm gonna go get a table made.
I need me pole waxed.
That's a good one, because no one will know what you're referring to.
What? I just really enjoy pole vaulting. I need my pole waxed.
But that is the thing. Like having hung around with a lot of Americans at this stage. Sometimes I do need to translate what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've actually got better at this. I auto-translate. So sometimes you'll catch me saying like store or something like that. Like something to that effect. I'll use American translations of these things to not confuse people. But sometimes that's impossible.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things, I think it's the biggest way to try and explain the British accent to people is the phrase "don't."
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going down pub.
Yeah, don't pop.
Yeah, down pub. They don't seem to be able to understand what that means.
Yeah.
They don't understand. Like that time I was trying to explain to Nikki and Chad what that means.
Yeah.
And they were just fucking having a fucking seizure.
Well, it's kind of ironic because Americans shorten shit. That's their whole language is based on shortening the fucking English language, just dumbing it down. So it's like, don't poop. That's the same concept.
Yeah, it's the same concept, but it actually, it's cooler. And
it actually sounds funny.
Yeah, but like I just love trying to explain that to them because Chad was just like, I'm going down at pub. That's not what I said, motherfucker.
Down pub.
Yeah, it's just down with a T. That's it.
Yeah.
And I've tried to explain that. I've started using it as my like thing of like, you want to understand English accents? If you can understand this, you could probably understand most things.
Yeah.
And every American I've tried to use it on, they have no fucking clue. They don't know what it means.
And that's just because they're American.
Yeah, it's just because they're American, but like, they don't know what it means. Like, you go down to anyone around here and say like, oh, I'm going down pub.
Yeah, they'll probably be like, oh, I'm joining.
Oh yeah, I'm coming down with. First round's on you.
Yeah.
But like, you say that to American, like, they've got no fucking clue.
Dude, that is a little bit of a topic shift, but kind of still related to England. When I was over there,
this is just the England episode.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, not when I was over in the UK, because we didn't really go out. Well, we kind of did, but we went to fucking Wetherspoons.
Jesus fucking Christ, Nino.
Yeah, no, I was disappointed. I mean, at least they had, like, cheap pictures of fucking alcohol. But
yeah, but it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. But, like, when I went to Scotland, this will never fucking happen over where I live, but me and the homies were going out, and we met some chicks there, and they came along with us, and everyone was getting drinks, and one of the chicks just pulls out 20 quid, and just hands it to me like, here, go get yourself a drink. That shit, for some reason, like, my homies told me, that's just how shit happens over there. It's like, yeah, first round's on me, and then you buy me a drink, blah, blah, blah. And even if you leave each other after that, even if you go separate ways, it's no biggie, whatever, fuck it, right? That shit, I was flabbergasted by that, because that was the first time in my life that's ever fucking happened. That will never happen here. Our going out culture is still very much like, yeah, you're a dude, you pay, fuck you.
You pay, you for yourself. I've actually, like, I'll tell you a story about this. I went down pub with one of my mates ages ago, like a little while ago. And we walked in, and he was just immediately put his hand on counter and said like, "Oh, what do you want?" Yeah. Didn't ask me like, he didn't say like, "Oh yeah, do you want like a beer or something?" He didn't ask me. He just said like, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
And I just went, "Oh, I'll just have a beer." And he just went, "All right." Ordered it straight there and then, got it me.
Yeah.
Then I bought him next round.
Yeah.
It's just like it's an inbuilt thing that you just like. If someone buys you a drink, you buy them a drink.
Yeah, exactly. And that's,
I
don't know.
I remember
like
at
that.
one point. I remember going to a pub different time, and this was with one of my mates, but he was going to go visit his mates,
Yeah.
and so there was a load of us, and without saying anything,
Yeah.
I was just sat there, pint in my hand, and one of those motherfuckers that I don't even know,
Yeah.
he just walked in and went, "Here's a beer," because he saw the one I was having.
Yeah.
He saw which one I ordered and and he just got me a beer, and he didn't even say nothing.
Yeah.
He just put it right down and got me. I was just like, "Oh,
Hell
cheers, mate."
yeah.
I was like, you being in England, sometimes you don't even have to buy yourself drinks.
Yeah, no, that's fucking
You
great.
could be out all night and like everyone will be buying you drinks.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Like, even when I went to the UK, when we went to fucking Weatherspoons, it was like, that was so shit. Because first of all, we were in fucking Truro, which was already a goddamn shithole. I was like, dude, my homies over there, all love to them, but they don't know how to take people out to go like drinking. It's so funny. But like, one of the homies that I met there, I didn't really even talk to that much. I said like a couple words to, but when fucking we were outside, I was smoking, and dude just out of nowhere, he just like grabs a little bottle and he just like shakes it, and he's like, "Hey, you want some Coke?" And I was like, "Sure, man, give that shit." And then he was like, "You want some ecstasy as well? There you go, try that shit out." Like, the dude just supplied me with fucking illicit, really good drugs. Out of fucking nowhere.
That's the
like,
weird thing about the British, is like people think we're all polite, we're all this and that.
No.
One, no, we're not.
Fuck no.
But two, we also are at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. Because like if we like you,
Yeah.
or if we don't know you, we're just like, I think we'll be nice to you. But if we think you're a cunt,
Yeah.
you are getting both barrels.
Exactly.
It's one of those things of like if we don't like you, you ain't getting shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But we also don't like each other.
Yeah, exactly. You all fucking hate each other.
It's not even a fucking joke. We don't like each other.
Yeah.
Because like this is actually an inbuilt thing of fucking hating people that aren't from where you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's not even a joke. Like, you can be one town over and people fucking hate you.
Yeah.
They hate each other, but they don't remember why.
I was like, "Oh, you're from fucking London. Oh, you're from fucking Bradford."
They'd be like, "Oh, I'm from like Bradford." It's like, "Oh, I'm from like Yorkshire, isn't it?"
You
They'd
fucking
be like,
cunt.
"No, oh, you fucking cunt." Get into a fight right there and then.
Yeah, exactly. Just bash each other in. And then after
Yeah.
you bash each other in, you buy each other a beer.
That's genuine anything.
Yeah.
You'll get into a fucking fight with someone, and then afterwards you go for a pint.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
I miss that, so because that actually used to be a thing over here as well. It's just like you don't like each other, you beat each other to fucking death, and then you're like, "You want a drink?" I miss that so goddamn much.
Yeah, but like you'll do that. You'll be like beat the fuck out of each other. You'll be like battered and bruised, and then you'll be like, "Oh, you want to go for a pint?"
Yeah.
And you go out for a pint, and then the motherfucker who just kicked your head in is be like, "Nah, I'll get first round."
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be like, "Motherfucker, you just curb stomped my teeth out." It's funny just thinking about British culture. This is
Yeah.
normal for me. This is just normal. This is just my life. This is just normal.
Yeah, yeah.
All of these things that people think are strange, all these things that people think are just odd,
Yeah, it's just normal.
like they're just normal. Like the whole tea thing.
Oh yeah.
Like people think was like, "Oh no, you're obsessed with tea," and it's like it's not really an obsession. It's kind of like just a
It's just a
thing.
thing.
Throughout. It's just a thing throughout the culture.
Yeah.
Is that you make someone a cup of tea, you're friends with them. Doesn't matter if you don't know them.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone just knocked on your door, and they've come for they've come to, like, I don't know, fix your boiler.
Yeah.
You make them a cup of tea right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
It's polite.
Yeah. Also, tea is another word that has, like, two meanings. Because tea is tea. You drink that shit. It's delicious. But tea over there is also just dinner. Make me my tea. And it's just you get some fucking meat and 2 veg.
Well, it's like you go like your breakfast, your dinner, and then your fucking tea.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. It's like that. It's like your dinner is top at day.
Mm-hmm.
That's your meal then.
It's like lunch or some shit.
Yeah, it's lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's so normal over here. Like, if I went down America and said, like, oh, what are we having for tea?
Yeah.
They'd be confused, wouldn't
they? A cookie.
What we're having for tea? And it's like, I've got some, like...
Yorkshire, England.
I've got some, like, some Yorkshire tea bags.
Yorkshire Gold, what is it?
I don't fucking remember. I don't even really drink tea.
Every now and then.
I'll have it occasionally, like, very rarely.
Mm.
If it's, like, cold.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't want, like, a cold drink. I'll have an hot drink instead.
Yeah, it's like, or late in the evening, you don't want any coffee or anything.
I don't even drink coffee either. I don't really drink hot drinks. It's just a thing, I don't really like hot drinks.
I like coffee, but I don't know, I don't drink it that much. I always have it on me, though. Not on me, but in home.
I've got, like, this weird thing with coffee, where it's just like, if someone brews up a coffee, it smells awful to me for some reason.
Really?
That smell of it's just weird. I don't like it.
Straight black,
and any of it.
Huh.
Like, my mum used to drink coffee all the time, and occasionally I'd get a whiff of it, and I'd be like, ugh.
I mean, that's kind of fair.
It's just, it smells off to me. It's same with eggs, actually. One of the reasons why I don't like eggs.
I thought that was
the fact that it's...
I thought that was a texture thing with eggs.
Well, it is.
Oh.
It's a bit of both, actually.
Huh.
The fucking consistency and texture of eggs is awful. The taste of them is just a bit weird. But the smell of them just puts me off so much.
Damn.
I generally, if someone's cooking them in like a kitchen or something, I'm off. Because that smell is so fucking strong if you're not used to it.
Yeah. That's just generally a thing. It's just like, oh yeah, I have never had this, or I hate this, but then someone else loves it and they have it in the same room. It's like, get that the fuck away.
Well, it's not like a case of like, oh, I've just never eaten eggs. I have tried them.
Yeah, you just don't like them.
I just don't like them.
Yeah.
And people are so weird about that.
I mean, if you've never tried it, then okay. But if you've tried it and don't like it, who gives a shit? Let people be.
Well, it's like that. Well, that's the thing, is like, people are so weird about it. It's like, you don't like eggs? It's like, I'm sorry, I'd wish not to put a fucking chicken ovulation in my mouth. I'd rather not do that. It's just not something for me.
Yeah, fair.
Same with pancakes, actually. I'm not a big fan of pancakes either.
I love pancakes. But
I don't think I'm a big fan of the way that the British often make them.
Ah, fair. We have a very, like...
We make them very sweet.
Ah, yeah, no. We can make them sweet over here, but a lot of times we just do shit like, I guess they would be kind of more like crepe-like in terms of how thin they are, but they can be thicker. But we just do like, oh, here's fucking a pancake with bacon and cheese, or like some other, like, hearty tops like that. Toppings.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
Ways we make them around here is like, they make them like thin like a crepe.
Yeah.
But they're like so sweet. And then also you pour sugar on them as well.
Ah, yeah.
Just to make it even worse.
Like a syrup.
No, it's not even like syrup. They just pour like actual sugar on them. This is not like during the creation process. This is afterwards.
Ugh.
Like pouring sugar on your fucking cereal. As if eating fucking like Rice Krispies or fucking eating fucking Cheerios. As the flavor's terrible, and just pour some sugar on it.
Just pour some sugar on it, roll the pancake up, and then watch half of it spill out.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, we generally just do the bigger pancakes with like I said, either meat or cheese or some combo, and then we just like knife and fork that shit.
Some countries are very weird about breakfasts. Because some will refuse to have anything other than like cereal or a bit of toast.
Yeah.
Something like that. They'll refuse anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, like. But it's just like, having a bit of meat for your breakfast.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Why the fuck would you eat cereal? Like some bowl of fucking wood shavings and a bit of milk. Why the fuck do I want to eat that?
Yeah. I mean,
when I could have like a fucking, I can have like a bacon bap.
True. Yeah. I mean, the one tiny argument that I could make for that is like on the diet side, because like I think generally for in the mornings to get your system going, I think you shouldn't consume too much proteins and more carbs. So I don't think meat is amazing for breakfasts, but who the fuck cares? It's still carbs and protein. But like, it's kind of like in the mornings, carbs, in the afternoons, carbs and proteins, and then in the evenings, proteins. But who cares? Like, if you want to eat cereal in the morning, go eat cereal. If you want to eat a full English, you go do that.
Oh, fucking full English. I'm slathering.
Get some fucking blood pudding.
I don't even like blood pudding. It's a bit weird. Yeah. But I do acknowledge its place in the full English.
Yeah, it's not a full English.
I'm not one of them people who's just like, oh, I don't want this, and so no one else should have it.
Yeah.
If you like it, eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem with me. But it's just not for me.
Yeah. That's what people need to fucking... Just, who gives a shit what you eat? If you like it, and you're not destroying your goddamn body with it, go do it. Who cares?
Well, it's like some people are very, like, elitist with their food.
Oh, yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
This is coming back to that thing I was talking about with the eggs. It's like that some people will just be like, it's like, you don't eat eggs? That's so fucking strange. That's so weird. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, who cares?
Who gives a shit? And they'll try. They'll be like, oh yeah, well, you might not have had them the right way then. You might have had them scrambled. Let's have them boiled instead. And I'll be like, no, it's not anything to do with how they were made.
Yeah, it's just the way that they taste and smell. Just in
the way that they just exist. Unless you're changing them into something else.
Yeah. If you incorporate egg into like a fucking baked dish, then
I don't mind. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like if you make a cake and you just crack some eggs in it, it's fine. I ain't tasting it.
Yeah, but if you're just making scrambled eggs or give two boiled eggs with your fucking beans on toast, then no, fuck you.
Oh yeah, get yourself those like little egg cups. Put your fucking egg in it. Like, get. This was actually a thing. There's like phrase: you get your eggs and you get your little soldiers. Just chopped up bits of like bread and toast and that. You just dip them in the egg.
Yeah.
That's what they're actually called. Is like the fucking like is like your eggs and your little soldiers. That's what they're actually called. It's really fucking weird, but yeah, so people can just not like things.
Yeah.
Also, you just got TPK'd.
Yeah, I got fucking owned.
Oh shit, we've only got like 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I mean, we should probably start wrapping this episode up. Not that we've only got a limited amount of time left.
We've totally reached a natural conclusion to this episode.
Totally. To boil everything down, England prevails.
England,
America
the best.
Sucks.
America fucking sucks.
Belgium isn't an actual country.
Yeah, you don't exist. Fuck you.
The Netherlands
is based and red-pilled. Except for Amsterdam. Fuck Amsterdam. And the Frisian. Fuck the Frisian especially. You fucking wannabe fucking... Oh, I'm a province, but I'm pretending to be a country because I speak completely fucked Dutch. Fuck you.
And also, for my usual Schedule 1, fuck you, Japan.
Fuck you, Japan.
Fuck you, Japs.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.